Right, ladies, here we go. Helen, why are we here?
We're here to celebrate the fact that we've had the brilliant Katy Daley-Mclean with us at the AgriLeader Forum 2023 today, and it's been brilliant to hear from her and understand all of the brilliant work that she's done, her massive performance highs and lows, to be fair. We talked about your lows, didn't we? And how you've got over those and moved those forward. So from a leadership point of view, it's been absolutely brilliant. I think we've challenged the audience and given them some food for thought.
But ladies, hold on, before we come on to Katy, because we want to hear all about Katy. Helen, just tell us what you do in your esteemed business, please, as you sponsored the event tonight for the AHDB AgriLeader Forum.
Okay, so I work for CIEL, one of the agri-tech centres. So we focus on innovation in livestock and really work with academics, industry and government to facilitate the research that's really going to make an impact on farm.
Excellent. And Katy, we appeal to an international audience on this platform, so we have Americans, South Africans, Australians, Kiwis who listen in, and they want to know who you are. They know who you are, but tell us who you are.
So I'm Katy Daley-Mclean. I captained England to the World Cup when we won it in 2014, and since then I've played for England for the last 13 years until I retired, most recently in 2021.
Excellent. And Helen, what were the highlights for you of the talk that Katy gave to us all tonight?
I was really impressed by the fact that, Katy was really authentic, and I think one of the key things for me was that she went into the sort of the coaching area and tried to almost emulate sort of her previous coaches and her previous captains, and it just didn't work for you. And actually you recognised that and you worked on that, by yourself and with your team to really understand, what that meant for you and the sort of the coach and the captain that you wanted to be, and how that then impacted really positively on the team and drove to that amazing win.
Helen, well said, because Katy, you came across so authentic. You gave us all the highs, but you also gave us the lows.
Yeah, I think it's really important for me to, when you see elite sport, I think people only, it's like a little bit of an iceberg, isn't it? People only ever see the success. They don't see almost the hard times and all the effort and the kind of the trials and tribulations that go when you play at the highest level. So I think it's really important when I get opportunities to speak to people, because it's real life, isn't it? It's really important that people can understand that actually even at elite sport it's not as smooth sailing, and adversity kind of gives you your best lessons.
And we do that in business. We have highs and we have lows, sometimes on a daily basis, sometimes weekly, monthly, and it comes in cycles. So actually, just showing that sort of an elite athlete like yourself has those highs and lows, and actually that can really inspire us.
So Helen, what can we learn from Katy, from this talk tonight, that's going to make us better businesses on the basis of everything that we learned today at the AHDB AgriLeader Forum? What we learned from Katy?
I think that resilience piece, but also, and Kevin, who was working with you on stage, he kept talking about the transition. Yeah. And I think that transition period, it's about telling that story, and it's about having those different chapters in your career and in your life. And for me, that's really important. And just thinking about, what's next? What are your next goals? Always thinking about the transition period and what's next. And I think from business, that's a really important area to think about.
Well done. And Katy, what's next? What's next for Katy, MBE?
Who knows? I think I have aspirations with my coaching, but like I touched on this evening, here it's really important to learn my trade again, and I think that's going to be a bit more of a test. I enjoyed being at the top of the game, so I think to come back down that snake and to work my way up will be challenging, but it's also really exciting that I have the opportunity to apply some of the bits that I've learned through my playing days into my coaching days, but also learn something new.
And you made some really important comments about how hard it can be in professional sport, and we can learn from you in business. What's the takeaways that we can learn from you about how arduous sport can be that we can learn in business?
I think for me, it's just the similarities. There's a lot of crossover in business. We talked about the ups and downs. We talked about collaboration, but also just that team. And I think business, generally, people don't work on their own. They don't work in isolation. It's really important that you can utilise the skill set of your workforce to get the best. And for me, I think the biggest lesson I've learned is that people feel, and I think if you can understand what makes your people tick, how much more beneficial that is to you as a business, but also into your team sport is huge.
Yeah. Well done, Katy. Helen, wrap up for us.
Just a massive thank you to Katy and her whole team, and really inspirational talk. And thank you to the AgriLeader as well. It's been brilliant to be able to support, and really looking forward to day 2.
Helen, Katy, thank you very much.
Thank you.